Good morning, happy Tuesday. Today I thought I would choose one of the readings from this daily Om. I find this a very inspiring book. In the yoga world, you are exposed to a lot of readings, inspirational books, stuff like that. And they're not always, sometimes they're too airy-fairy for my liking. So I really enjoy the author. They're happy, healthy, and fulfilling information, just to kind of plant a seed in your mind. Stepping into consciousness and being aware. Life is a journey that comprises many steps in our personal path, taking us down a winding road of constant evolution. Each day we are provided with a myriad of opportunities that allow us to transform our lives into our next best selves. One moment we are presented with a chance to react differently when someone in our life rubs us the wrong way. Another, we might find ourselves wanting to walk away from a particular situation but unsure if we can. Eventually, we may find ourselves stuck in a rut that we can never seem to get out of. We may even make the same choices over and over again. This happens in relationships especially, because we do not know how to choose otherwise. Rather than moving forward, our own personal past may take us on a seemingly never-ending circle where our actions and decisions lead us only to where we've already been before. Look at your closet. How often do you go to the store to buy something new and you wind up buying the same shoes or dress or whatever that you kind of already have, that you gravitate towards? It is during these moments that awareness can be the first step of change. Awareness is when we're able to realize that what we are doing, we observe ourselves, noticing our actions, reactions, and choices as if we were a detached viewer. We do that in yoga through breath awareness and sensations in the body. Now can you take it a step further through action awareness in your everyday life? Awareness is the first step in the direction of transformation because we cannot make a change unless we are conscious that one needs to actually be made. We can then begin understanding why we are doing what we're doing. Afterwards, it becomes difficult not to change since we are no longer asleep in the truth behind our behaviors. So awareness, then change. And sometimes being things pointed out to you from somebody else is, I don't know, it's irksome. I don't find it helpful. It's better if you discover it in yourself, unless you have a best friend that you don't mind getting that information from, or a family member. We also begin to realize that just as we are the source of the cause of our own actions, we're also the originator of any changes that we want to happen. It's not outside of us. Freedom comes from awareness. Rather than thinking you're stuck in a repetitive cycle when there is no escape, begin to see that we are very much at play, a hand in creating our lives. When we're mindful of them or not, our choices are ours to make. Ooh, I hear that often. And I know some people who study trauma, PTSD and trauma therapy and all that, they think it's kind of harsh and negative to say, our life is based on our own choices. I would say some things once in a while, like my mom getting MS, stuff like that isn't her choice. Geographically living in a place may affect how you can get out of that choice. But we do live in a country that offers us lots more choices than any other places in the world, and the services, some of them charitable, some of them government-based, to help you get out of the choices that maybe aren't working for you. Freedom comes with awareness. Rather than thinking you're stuck in a repetitive cycle with no escape, begin to see that we are very much at play at hand in creating our lives. Whether we are mindful of them or not, our choices are always to be made ours. Our past and our present no longer have to dictate our future. And sometimes it's easier said than done. There's a lot of complexity. We are free to move beyond our old limits, make different choices, and take new actions. Our past cannot help but wind us forward into our lives while paving the way for more novel experiences or ways of being. It's through awareness that we continue to consciously evolve. I know some therapists even say, is there a way that you could recognize something and work on one new change every day? That's a lot. Maybe make a list of things you already are aware that you have a choice in your life to help change. And change doesn't mean giving up everything. It just means constantly tweaking this life that we have while we're here on this earth to be the best life that we can. We only get one life. So let's if you believe in reincarnation, you'll believe we get lots of lives. So today I wanted to work on arms. We touched on that base softly yesterday, and I want to continue that. It's something that most people really enjoy and want to work on. And it's not easy. work. But I remember Frank and I talked about this one time, and we were like, it's the one body part that's so obvious how quickly you gain momentum and change in your arms. So we're going to lie on your back for a moment, arms by your side, palms turned up. I'll just take a few breaths here. I'm feeling my lower back kind of relax. I'm not forcing it. Waiting for my body, the flesh and the tissue around your bones to work with gravity. Very nice. And then gently, consciously press the lower back down. What do you notice inside the hip flexors? There may be some tugging, and then release. And then stretch your arms out to a T, palms turned up. Press the nails down. Now press the forearms down and the biceps. Often the diaphragm or the belly wants to pop up. So I'm going to consciously press the weight of my arms down and my back. Sometimes this is tight, sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable. And I need you a little bit. We're going to slide our arms up, and maybe you come all the way to biceps beside your ears, palms turned up. Maybe you don't. Not everyone's going to be keeping contact with the floor the whole way. And really, I'm making snow angels without letting the backs of the arms or the nails lift off the floor. As low as you can go. Notice the shoulders want to curl in. Back to a T, reach out, and then back all the way up. I'm trying to warm up the mobility of my shoulders. Some of us have tight shoulders due to habits in our lives, or maybe you've been in a car accident. Maybe it's a sports injury. Maybe you're on the computer all day because of your job. And then mine are genetically hypermobile, too loose. So find that place in the middle. Let's find that middle path. Oh yeah, this is intense. And then coming into cactus, let's take 2 breaths here. As you breathe out, you're also pressing the lower back down, which helps elongate the spine. Now, we've never done bridge with cactus arms. Let's try this. Feet are 1 fist width apart. Maybe walk the heels in a little closer towards your bum. Feet root down, so I'm pressing all the flesh of the sole of the foot, turning on Pada Bandha. Press the foot down so much that your bum wants to lift. Root to rise. Squeeze the thighs together. Let's take 2 breaths here. I'm not my full height. You're only going to go maybe half of your full height. 2 breaths. Squeeze the bum together to feel your thighs wake up. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Oh yeah. Now let's go a little higher. We're turning on those muscles that support the hips, the belly, and the back. Feet root down, bum squeezes, hips rise. Can I get a little higher? Lift your chin slightly. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale down. And one more time. Feet root down, hips rise. You can even take your arms behind you if your shoulders allow for that. Squeeze the thighs together, offering your pelvis up to the sky. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lower all the way back down. As an alternative, the counter pose would be knees to chest, release the lower back, little boat. So I can do a little boat with my hands on my knees, or if I want to use more core, I'm going to come back to cactus. And how far over can I take those knees? Grinding, almost like you're twisting your torso like a Pepe grinder. And then back to center. Oh, maybe circles. I've got a tight lower back today, so I want to respect that. And maybe I'll take my feet in the air and continue the stirring, which is helping to massage the lower back and warm up the hips. And then back to center. Knees to the floor on the left. Inhale 1. Exhale, keep that right shoulder down. Remember, we're continuing to stretch the shoulder girdle. Knees to center, knees to the right. Left shoulder stays down. Notice if there's stretching in your pecs or deep into the armpit. Back to center, and egg beaters, no hands. Uses a different set of muscles when we don't rely on habit. Let's take right leg in, left leg extends. Left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Left leg in. You can use your hands. Right leg extends. Right hand takes left knee over. Single leg spinal twist. Back to center. Egg beaters. Okay, let's take knees wide for a moment and pause. Supporting the knees, we wait for gravity to stretch inner thighs. Because sometimes that tight inner thigh, inner groin muscle is connected to sciatica, sore hips, sore lower back. Keep thinking of that interconnectivity of body parts. Just because my foot hurts doesn't mean it's only my foot that's a problem. There's usually a secondary tugging problem or challenge. So, if I want to stretch my hips a little further, I'm going to walk my hands down the shins and pull those thighs in. So we get that same deep stretch of a squat, but no effort. Feet flex, pull the thighs in, or the shins in. Feet in the air, pull back behind the thighs so we're getting that counter pressure in the setup for Happy Baby. And maybe option to come into full Happy Baby if you're up for it today. Soles of the feet together. Pause. Oh my. Okay, we're doing hips tomorrow. Feet to the mat. Arms back into cactus. And let's take 5 breaths here. Those hip flexors are so tight. Okay. Inhale 1. Spread your nails. Anchor the nails. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can you let the knees fall a little wider, or is there some hesitation in your hips? And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Close your legs. Whew. Thighs to chest. Once more, feet in the air. Let's take 3 breaths with our feet in the air, relaxed and dangling. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. And inhale 3. Exhale. Legs fall wide. We won't use a strap today. Oh, you can point and flex here. Fan the toes. Engage the core. You can press that belly and diaphragm down into the mat. Once more. Flex this time. And then close the legs. Let's try something. So legs close, flex. There's a lot of resistance in the body. Slowly open wide, but don't lose the flex. Flex. You're going to keep opening and closing with your own resistance. Let's add the arms in. So arms are wide. Press into an imaginary beach ball. I've activated the muscles in my arms and my legs. And then slowly open. Oh, imagine you are a really strong oyster that will not be shocked or clammed. And you're on the red beach in PEI, maybe Cavendish. The ocean is crashing. You're determined to eat this oyster or clam, and it's resisting you. What would an otter, no. Yeah, what would an otter do? An otter would crush it against a rock. One more. Remember, add the resistance. And then, oh, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then knees into chest, egg beaters. Rolling onto the side. Just take a moment to relax here. And then push yourself upright. Let's come into tabletop. Look at that. I'm trying to break my habits. We didn't go right into child's pose. So we're going to do a cat-cow here. Take a moment. Maybe you're doing sassy cow. And then slowly turn it to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. We'll do a couple. Oh my God. Okay, I'm seeing that the camera has tipped. I apologize. I have no idea how long it's looked like that for. Hopefully you're not getting dizzy as I turn this around. What is going on? The class is still here. Okay, that's never happened. Let's go right into our plank. This is for you, Fern. So we're going to set up the body into plank, high plank. Coming into tabletop, step back, left leg, then right. Shifting the weight of your shoulder girdle over the wrists, equal distribution of weight. Just notice how does gravity work on your body when you're here. Inhale, 1. Exhale, nice, keep going. Inhale, 2. Exhale, inhale, 3. Exhale, inhale, 4. Exhale, inhale, 5. Exhale, inhale, 6. Oh, exhale, we haven't done this in a while, have we? Inhale, 7. Exhale, we're almost done. Inhale, 8. Exhale, and inhale, 9. Woo! I'm going to choose to drop my heels in this downward dog because I really want to stretch my hamstrings for a moment. Some of us, that's not available to you in your body. Pushing your chest towards your thighs. And then maybe lift up. Heart towards your thighs again. A little deeper. Drop your heels down. Play around with how much space you have to move within your body or your skin catsuit. And then walking up to the mat, come into a forward fold, knees are bent. Let your head go, maybe grab your elbows and do a little swing. So good for the back body. Except I get a little head rush. Arm to the side, rise. Whew. Reach up. Let's pass the beach ball behind us. Reach up, arc to the left, reach up and arc to the right. Wide arm swan dive. Half back, fold, plant, knees down, heart between your hands, lower down, sleeping cobra, 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, pick up your head. Press back, downward dog. Let's alternate pedals. So can you drop a left heel, right heel dangles. Drop right heel, straight leg, push in the floor, left heel dangles. Left foot drops, right heel dangles. Right foot drops, left heel dangles. Oh, right foot forward, left foot back, high lunge. Set it up so that you can rise. Now it's become a balance pose. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Awesome, that's the pace we're gonna go at. I really want to come back to that muscular awareness today. Look for the twinges. Look where it feels like you need to do more work, and then look for the places where it's delicious and you're happy with your work. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, knees down, heart between your hands. Inhale, 1. Exhale, let it all go. As your next breath in, inhale, pick up your chest, squeeze your bum to center, press back, downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot back, rise. There's the balance. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Oh good, the camera's staying straight. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant. Now, if I were a professional YouTuber, these videos would be highly edited. You wouldn't see the real situation. Hug the elbows in, pick up your head, baby cobra. I read that for every 15 minutes you see on YouTube of a more professional one, you often have up to 8 hours of shooting and editing to create that 15 minutes. So you're getting it real from me. Option to go a little higher or come into up dog. Down dog. Let's take right foot in the air one more time. Three-legged dog, love it. Bend the knee, come through, high lunge. Press that foot down and rise. Find your stability. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. One last side. Hopefully you feel nice and stretchy. Give your energy for the day. Inhale up, exhale fold. I know some of you actually save the video and do it in the morning so that it's your wake up. Knees down, slowly bring heart between the hands. Each piece of coming from point A to point B is a moving meditation. Inhale, one. Exhale. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Press back, downward dog. Let's stay up on our tippy toes, left foot in the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, come through, high lunge. Rise. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Awesome. Okay. We are working on arms today. So one of the things that I often would use if we were going to be doing handstand, which immediately frightens people, we're not doing handstand, is I'm going to come and bring my hands to the floor as if I was going to do handstand. So that might require me bending the knees a lot. Not everyone's going to be able to get their hands to the floor. My knees are super bent. Hands are shoulder width apart. Spread those fingers. And when I look down at my hands, I think of them as duck feet. Like these are the webbed duck feet. I'm on the ball of my feet, knees are super bent, and I'm just going to start to lean forward. What happens is usually the core turns on, whether I like it or not, because there's that integration of all the pieces of my body. So, knees are bent, hands on the floor, or maybe you have blocks underneath you. We're not going to do a handstand. Shift your weight forward, and just observe what happens in your body. Come back out. Spread the fingers, press the palms down, root down, tip forward, and come back out. And I can feel my thumb muscles are turning on, my wrists are turning on. Your wrists might be angry about this. Oh, shift, 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 shift. Sometimes we'll do this. How far up in your tiptoes can you go? And then come on out. So, did you feel a bit of heat build up inside your biceps? That is what's going to happen. Now, instead of going straight into planks, let's do our reverse poses, but they serve two purposes. They use the arm strength. Instead of being a balance, it's a strengthening, but it's also a chest opener. We've been working on cactus. That's one way, that's a very nice passive way to open the chest. When I come into reverse tabletop, also I call it crab, the chest opens and then I root to rise through the hands. So knees are one fist width apart, one hand comes behind and the other. Fingers are pointing towards me. I know some of you prefer turn the other direction. Whatever helps you. And then the lift of the pelvis, which is the heaviest part of the body, is either going to come from the feet and thigh muscles, arm muscles, or even better, a combination of both. So feet root down, hips rise. If you can do it in front of a mirror, you might notice, are you dangling, which is going to put a lot of pressure on your wrists. If you want to go higher, you want to squeeze the bum, shoulders roll back, head in line with the spine. Most of you cringe when I do this, you don't love this pose, and you always say you want to work on it. So a way to work on it is, what if you made a stack of books, or if you have some firm pillows, or a low stool, can you make this shape over that and work on opening the upper chest, and then slowly come back down. That is one way. That's going to help the muscles in the back of our arms, but big thing is it's going to open the front of our chest. Alternatively, there is reverse plank. One hand then the other. I like to press my heels down, sit on my feet, palms press down, engage the glutes and lift. Shoulders roll back, so that opening of the chest is what's going to help me lift. Head in line with the spine. and then lower back down. Let's take a side child's pose as a little break for you. I know a lot of wrist work is not fun. Wrist work does help strengthen your wrists and the amount of discomfort you can tolerate. It also is weight bearing, which helps for osteoporosis. And then come back up. Okay, so those are two things that you can use as homework. You can continue doing those lifts. Now we're gonna come into tabletop. And we did our plank earlier. Let's come into that again. Palms under the shoulders, feet step back, 1, 2, pause. And what happens is I can stay here. You can time yourself another 2 minutes or something. Or I like to come back and forth. Coming into downward dog. And I move my feet into a position where I don't need to move anything ever again. Come forward, high plank, pick up your head, press back, downward dog. High plank, press back, downward dog. Maybe let's do this 10 times. Inhale 1, exhale 2. Inhale 3, exhale 4. Inhale 5, pick up your head, exhale 6. Inhale 7, exhale 8. So we're gonna have to go to 20. Inhale 9, exhale 10. Inhale 11, exhale 12. Inhale 13, exhale 14. Inhale 15, exhale 16. If you hate me, get into child's pose. Inhale 17, exhale 18. Inhale 19, pick up your head, belly engaged. Exhale 20, knees down. Extended child's pose. Maybe you let the elbows come down so feel a deep stretch in the back of the shoulders. Or palms together, press them into each other. Or, more fun, palms in the air. And come up. Let's do a quick stretch and then we'll come back into our final plank position. Doesn't matter how your legs are, I'm choosing to cross them. That's my habit. This shirt is far too revealing. It has a lovely built-in supported bra. Gap, actually, this is really old, but Gap used to have a really nice line of yoga clothes, very supportive. Think of them as a bra for the whole body. I don't know if they're still like that. So let's take our arms out to a T. Roll out the wrists a few times, one direction and the other, because you're noticing, isn't that interesting? A thing that was hurting me when we used to practice in person just came back a year later from whatever it was we just did. That tells me that we didn't do a lot of the poses this year. There must be something we used to do more of in person. And then, reach up, interlace your hands, press the palms to the sky. Maybe go back, forward, back a couple times. There's that toeing the edge of your range of motion. And then arms to the side, down. Ooh, keep the palms flexed. Up, up, up. I feel like we're Shiva. Can your fingertips touch without looking? There's that proprioception. This one I feel like Madonna voguing. Oh, keep those wrists flexed. Think of them as your feet. And shake it out. You know that I love wrist stretches, so I'm going to take left hand out, fingers point down, and then fingers point up. Woo! Right arm, fingers point down, then fingers point up. Okay, let's get into position to do our plank. And if there's any requests for more arm work, please let me know. You know I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. So, let's come into tabletop. Step back, high plank. Let's do side plank again. Feet pivot to the left and open, or stacked, or left foot in front. How about we'll do two breaths. Inhale 1, keep those hips high. Exhale. Inhale 2, exhale, hands down, knees down. Extended child's pose. Tabletop. Step back, high plank. Pivot your feet. Can I do this without looking at you? Stacked, 2 breaths. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale, hands down, knees down, child's pose. let's do another variation. So there's one I like that stretches the IT band. We're going to come to tabletop, step back, high plank. You're going to take right foot, right blade to the left side of your mat. Make sure the shoulders come over. And depending on your hip, you might wiggle it a little higher. Keep the shoulders and the hips squared off. 2 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Come back out. Knees down. Child's pose. Let's do the other side. Can I do it with all this junk here? Tabletop. Step back, high plank. Left blade on the side, on the right side of the floor, outside your mat. Maybe wiggle a little higher. Shoulders over the wrists. 2 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Come on out. Knees down. Extended child's pose. And our last variation, if your wrists aren't mad at me, we're going to do Wild Thing, which I love. It falls under the side plank series, but it's actually a heart opener. Okay, tabletop. Step back, high plank. Let me come forward a little more. If your wrists have had enough, you're going to sit back and just relax. High plank, feet pivots to the left, open. Step that left foot immediately behind you. Knee is stacked over ankle. I'm on my right blade, but if you can press the right inner arch to the floor, awesome. Arm is in the sky or open. There's the back bend. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Hands down. Knees down. You sit in child's pose. So a lot of people don't like the fully open back bend version. They often stick to the stacked version. Okay, wish me luck. Here's the last side. Tabletop, step back, high plank. Shifting your weight, equally distributed over the wrists. Feet pivot to the right. Shoulders over the wrists. Right foot steps back. Left blade is on the mat or pressing the inner left arch down. Arm is up and down or open. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Come on out. Knees down. Wide leg child's pose. Keep breathing your chest towards the earth. Nice stretch of the back body. And come out. Nice. So I'm going to take us into 10 breath rounds of breathings to bring it all back down. And then I like these cards today. We've been using these for a while and I really enjoy them. So coming back to seated. Let's take 5 breaths. So seated or legs extended, whatever works better for you. Inhale 1. Exhale. And let's do big breaths. I call these bear breaths in kids yoga. Inhale 2. And let it go. Some people call it breath of fire. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. Smile. And inhale 5. Exhale. Let's take a look at what the universe has in store for us today. Oh, I like this. Do less. This is something I definitely struggle with. So, except, ironically, there's a picture of a person, because they're balancing something on their head, they're carrying food, they're doing too much. That describes a lot of people. Today's lesson, assess your level of doing for others. Examine whether you're overextended yourself to the point that you become unnecessarily exhausted, whether that's mental, emotional, or physical. Why is that? Is your health or happiness worth it? Your goal is to confront your core reasons for risking your health unnecessarily. Very nice. So think about that. What's another place in your life where you can wiggle a little bit more time for yourself? Thank you so much for your effort. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.